Good morning. Welcome to the Southborough Fire Department. My name is Chief Morrow. This building was constructed in 1979 and replaced a building that existed on Main Street, which is now the Southborough House of Pizza. That building was constructed in 1928. The reason why they moved out of that building because there was space needs for the fire department at the time with the equipment and personnel that they needed to operate out of. This site is the site of the former Peters High School, which was torn down in the 60s. And the school annex was turned into the police station in the 1970s. So we share the same building and lot with the police station. However, the buildings are not attached. We've rented the back door of the fire station, which is the main entrance into the building. When you walk in, the building is laid out so you're coming through the living quarters where the firefighters spend all their time. It's a little bit different layout because the administrative offices, you have to go down the hall, walk through where the firefighters are living day to day to conduct regular daily business, which is a little bit of a problem for us because the public should be greeted right at the back door, right at the main entrance of the fire station. When you walk in, we have the kitchen to the left. We have a room to the right, which is a dorm room. It was constructed for an alternative dorm and for a female firefighter. This was formerly a janitor's closet that we converted into a dorm room. So over the years, the building's been laid out in a certain way. The layout hasn't changed, but the rooms certainly have changed over the years. So as we continue to walk down the hall, we have the entrance into the living quarters of the fire station. Down at the end of the hall, we have officers for the administrative staff. This room is known as the day room. This is where the firefighters spend their off time during the night. This room serves a purpose for the downtime when the firefighters are not performing their daily activities or going on emergency calls. This room also acts as the dining room. We have a table in here where they eat their lunches and dinners and breakfast. Off to the other side is the entrance to the bathroom. This serves as both the men's and women's room. There's no separate bathroom facilities, and showers are in there as well. This room that we were in was formerly the dorm when they originally built the building, and it was used for one firefighter who was working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. At that time, we had two facilities, this current one and a substation on Harrington Court, which is no longer in use. So we've consolidated all our operations into one building, and this serves 4 to 5 firefighters who are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is the current bunk room. We currently have 6 bunks in here. Firefighters have their lockers in here where they keep their uniforms and personal items that they get dressed and undressed in before and after shift. You can see it's a very tight room, and again, with us consolidating into one building, all the firefighters are working out of one facility. With all the firefighters working out of one facility, we have between 4 or 5 firefighters working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Previously, we operated out of 2 facilities, and there was anywhere between 2 and 3 firefighters in this station and 1 to 2 firefighters in the other station. And again, we've consolidated into one so that the space is tight. This room was also formerly a classroom when they originally built the building. Because of space needs, we've had to convert this into the bunk room because of the increase in staffing and personnel and operations. At the end of the hallway from the back door, you come to the administrative offices. We have the fire prevention officer. This is where people come for permits. They come for plan reviews and any other general business for the fire department. Down at the far end of the hall is where the administrative assistant's office is. And she is the one that greets people, takes care of the daily business, any comments or concerns that people have, and the fire chief's office is down there as well. And this is the end of the building, again, where people have to walk through the entire building to conduct their general business on a day-to-day basis. This room currently serves as our classroom. It was formerly what they called a multi-purpose room. And back when the fire department was predominantly a call fire department, this served as the social function room. In the back, there's a window, a serving window, when the firefighters or the fire association had functions. They had Christmas parties here, ham and bean suppers. This is where they served the meals and the public came in. Today, it's been converted into our classroom, training facility, and also serves as our emergency operations center when we have big weather events or disasters that happen in the town. So the room's currently set up as a classroom. It can get broken down, and it's set up for the Emergency Operations Center, where the important officials of the town can come and mitigate and assist with any disasters or anything big that happens in the community. We are in the Administrative Assistance Office. This is where the day-to-day business of the fire department is conducted. We have many records that are kept in this office here. There's no real security in here, and the files kind of clog up the room a little bit. But these are all the files, or most of the files that we have on residential buildings, some EMS calls, fire calls, and the like. There's another storage as well downstairs of old records in the radio room. Because there's not enough room up here to store all our records that we need to keep. This is the fire chief's office. It's located off of the Administrative Assistance Office. This is where the fire chief does his daily work. This room also serves as the conference room because we don't have a dedicated conference room to conduct meetings or have plan reviews or anything like that. So the fire chief, fire prevention officer sometimes use this room for conferences, for meetings and plan reviews and those types of activities that we do here at the fire department. We're now down in the apparatus floor, or the garage of the fire station. This is where we keep all of our equipment in the trucks. The big issue down here is space needs. Again, when we consolidated from 2 buildings into 1, most of our equipment needed to be brought up here. The other fire station, we had a fire engine and an ambulance. Those have been moved into this station. There's 4 bays, which are 2 deep. And they were constructed back again in 1978 when the apparatus was a little bit smaller than they are today. And so the big concern is our space needs and getting all the equipment in here, especially having equipment back to back, such as the 2 ambulances, the fire trucks, and 1 bay we have completely filled with the tower. We do have some equipment that we need to store outside, such as the fire prevention vehicle. There's no room in the building to put that in the wintertime when it snows, nor the chief's vehicle or some of the other ancillary equipment that we have out back that we use for emergency management and firefighting activity. The other space issue we have on the apparatus floor is we have racks that we store our turnout gear in, which is the equipment the firefighters wear to go into a burning building. These racks are put in between some of the apparatus, and it limits the amount of space that we have to get in and out of the apparatus. But it allows flexibility and speed for the firefighters to get dressed quickly and get on the apparatus. We have no other rooms down here in the station to store this equipment. It would make it easy for them to get it on and respond to a call quickly. The other issue with the space down on the apparatus floor is parking the equipment back to back. As you can see, there's not a lot of room in between the apparatus to walk through. So in an emergency, when the firefighters are trying to rapidly get their equipment on and leave the station, it can be a little bit of a danger with them trying to walk through and running into something that's sticking out from the piece of equipment. We're at the end of the last apparatus bay where we keep the tower ladder. And as you can see, there's not a lot of room in between the tower ladder and the wall. Up front, we've had to put a piece of padding on the wall so when the firefighters open the door to the truck, it doesn't bang against the wall and do damage to the wall and the door of the apparatus. We also have the hoses to hook up to the apparatus for the diesel exhaust that goes directly outside, and the way this works is a firefighter will stand there and hook up the hose while the apparatus is being backed in. And again, there's not a lot of room in the end here, and it makes for a dangerous condition when the firefighters are hooking up the exhaust hose for the apparatus exhaust. That concludes the tour of the fire station. These are some of the issues and concerns that we have from an operational standpoint, especially working out of 1 facility now. And again, when we were working out of 2 facilities, we had the flexibility of moving apparatus around and having a little bit more storage. But if we're going to operate it out of 1 building, out of 1 facility, we do have a lot of concerns, especially with our apparatus storage and the room and availability we have on the apparatus floor to maneuver around, get apparatus out quickly in a timely manner to help people in an emergency.